books. More specifically, poetry books. Some good, some great, and some to remind you that tree lives do matter. Throughout the history, we have seen many poetry books and many emerging poets making a name for themselves by publishing those books. But what is it that history is yet to see? A zine by me. That is exactly what we're missing. That is the need of humanity right now. I did not give Escapril the ending it deserved. So to cure the world, I took the task in my own hand and made an Escapril zine. You're welcome. I hope you're cured. This took me more days than it should have. It took me 5 days. Why? Because I decided to go all in and embroider the title. It's not the best, but so yeah. Next clip is going to be me making it with a lot of amazing aesthetic music. So please watch that and come back and we can talk about this a little bit.
Hey, it's me, back again to explain a few things. I'm going over with a pen or with the pencil outlines because when you're working with thread and needle so small, the pencil line starts to fade away. It's barely visible, so it's better to go over with a pen or sketch pen, anything you find suitable. I used the woven wheel method for making the tittle of the eye, and it looks like a flower, which is really cute. After embroidery, you can still see the outlines I drew for reference, so I decided to wash it, and washing it not only made the lines disappear but also made the cloth a little more stiff, made it feel like more of a patch, which I loved. A lot of these photos are the same imagery I used on my Instagram posts. You can check that out. Follow me on Instagram. A Train River poetry photo was clicked by a friend. Thank you, friend. Shout out to you. You're so amazing. was using this bag to keep in the scraps of the pages I've been cutting. And now on to the grand reveal of this beautiful Escapril zine. Don't look at this one. This one's ugly. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Thank you so much.
Oh hey, you're back. So this is it. I made this for myself. I'm sorry, all millions of you that wanted to buy it. It's a collector's edition. I'm the one collecting it. I'm very sorry to disappoint you all. But I basically used all the craft paper lying around in my house. I know you cannot notice in the clips because it's really sped up, but you would see tears on the edges of all the paper I used here because it was from scrapbooks. I took all the scrapbook that had pages left and used them in here, and then I used a paper bag to make the cover. I learned embroidery in school and then I just never practiced it, and now I have developed another phase of my love towards embroidery. And then I used this ribbon. I've had this ribbon for like years now because I do not like to cut ribbons. That's just something, if I'm gonna use it, I do not care how big it is, I'm gonna use it whole. No cutting allowed. I'm resourceful like that. One of my favorite poems in the book was Moon, which I was surprised was not selected for the anthology, but Pink Like Your Brain was. Not that Pink Like Your Brain was not a good poem. I mean, if it was selected, it might be having something, but when I completed it and then I just never looked back at the poems, I thought, yeah, I did great. It was a great time. April was a good month when it comes to creativity. And then when I had to find 10 poems that I would like to write in a thing that I can keep, I could not find 10 poems that I genuinely liked. And that speaks volumes, okay? So, Dawn was one of the ones that I actually really liked. It was the first poem for the 1st of April. It's kind of good, not gonna lie. And you can watch the video for that. It's on my channel. Then we have the poem that got selected for the anthology. Pink Like Your Brain. No comments. Then we have hands, wrists, and teeth. Oh my god, I just noticed. Can you spot the mistake? Let's just move past it. It was an interesting prompt. You should go back and read some of the poems people wrote using this prompt. I couldn't have even thought of the topics they used. That's why I wrote this cheesy lovey-dovey poem. And on the cover, here's my photo. I look weird. The next one that I actually liked was Chemical Reaction. Now, people did a lot of people are just creative. Like, why am I bringing them up? Because that just makes me feel like I need to do more. But anyway, people are so creative. They did so much with this prompt. And I was like, let's just make an equation. So I just made it the skin plus heart plus brain, catalyst, and then equals to. And in between is the whole poem. Then Moon. It was definitely one of my favorite poems in the whole thing because I had fun writing it. When I saw the prompt, I was like, such a cliche. Tell me throughout history. So many people have written about Moon, they still do. But people still find a way to describe Moon with something new, with new analogy, with new simile, with new... I don't know how do people do that, but they do. So I was like, let's just bring historic references in this. It has a reference to Shakespeare's
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate.
Shall I compare you to the tip of my lover's nose? I did a brain thing. I do not expect people to catch my references, and I sometimes hope they don't, because it can come across as me cheating, and in reality I'm just paying my tribute to these amazing artists. Actually, you know what? Let's move on. The next one was Submerged in Water. This one was one of the shorter ones I wrote. I was showing off a little too much here. I see myself as almost pretentious here. Why am I exposing myself? Pretentious would be the right word. But yeah, it was good. Not amazing. Could have been better. Anyway, move on. Serpent. This was probably one of my favorites. It's, I think, the shortest one that I wrote. And it's honestly good. Slithering silently, crawling under skins, whispering rebellion, filled with freedom and toxins. Maybe I can be one. Just that. Then the next one is Grief. Read it for yourself if you can. I'm not going to talk about it. Let's move past it. Next is Earthly Pleasures, and whenever I read this, it makes me feel good. It was actually one of the ones that I really, really liked writing and then reading. And a lot of my friends that I showed this to, they said that they loved it as well. So I guess there is something to it. It's beautiful. It's very... You know, when you smell something and it gives you a hit of nostalgia, like when it's raining and you smell the mud mixed with rain, you know that scent, and then it reminds you of a certain time in your life. That is exactly what the poem does for me, and that is what I wanted it to do. So I'll take it as a win. And the next is Dusk. Not interesting. I just was trying too hard. So thank you for listening to me babbling about babbling. Should babbling be the word? Thank you for listening to me just talking about the things that I wrote, and it was a nice project. I felt nice doing it. I felt creative doing it. It's not the most beautiful thing, but I love it. Thank you for your amazing response to my previous video, Taylor Swift fan reacts to Kanye West. I did not expect that much of an amazing reaction. I don't know why. I was kind of scared that people are going to be mad for some reason, but you guys have been so nice, telling me more about the album, suggesting me more albums to listen to, and giving me nice suggestions, being kind. Thank you so much for that. And welcome to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for considering subscribing to me. I will surely make more videos like the one that I made. Don't worry about that. And yeah, I'll see you back again soon. Until then, take care of yourself. Bye.